We are live.
Burn Team family, we inside.
Yes.
Well, it has begun again. Big up all the mothers. You know, you all had the all day. Much love.
Yes.
And the restrictions are on, and the walls are slowly closing in.
Yes, it is. Definitely.
The topic for today is
Airborne.
Airborne.
Yes.
So the COVID-19 virus has taken a new spin. Chica, where's your vibe? What is your whole synopsis? I hear all kind of extra cases and numbers and figures. Chica will straighten up the craziness for you guys.
Good night, Abby.
I'll be straight.
Should make sure tonight.
She not played at all.
Yes. Right, so we have seen now where the CDC has decided now, they recognized. That's what they said, they recognized.
They have now come to the realization
that
this thing
COVID
is airborne.
No, I will say what my views are on that.
At a later date.
Yes.
So if you're now joining us, blessed love, blessed morning, evening, noon or night, whenever you guys looking at this, it's Burn Team Real Talk Live on a Friday night. With children, the topic for today is airborne.
Yes.
So the COVID-19 virus has become airborne. And they said they have suspected such things for a little while.
Since last year.
A little while since last year.
Yeah.
So people, place your views, your comments. Tell us what you think about what is taking place right now on the world stage, because we are part of the world stage at this point in time. History in the making. So people, feel free to let us know what's your vibes.
Yes.
As we're moving forward.
And we have a WhatsApp. Right, so you can send your voice notes. Abby, we missed your voice notes last week.
Look.
Right, you can send your voice notes 2346.
Abby says rubbish. I like to use that word too bad, rubbish.
7.
Big up yourself, Judy, on the inside, man. Much love and tenderness as we move forward. Junior, please in the comment section, let us know what you think about the rising cases that have been reported. We're seeing it on the Express, the Newsday.
The Guardian.
We're seeing it all over.
Yes.
So give us your take on what is happening, and the family will give the information given. We do need to clear up some numbers and how the numbers was collected. Yeah? Big up Candice Can on the inside. So we have Junior on the inside, Candice Can on the inside, Abby on the inside.
Yes.
Real Talk Live on a Friday night.
Real Talk Live. So the question tonight is, what are your thoughts on COVID-19 now being recognized as an airborne disease? Right? So as we get into it, right? What does airborne say?
The word.
The word. Right? So the word, first of course you hear the word air. So we're talking about the atmosphere.
Junior, what you think about the new vibration with the airborne scenario? Big up Kenton Francis on the inside. We want to hear what you guys thinking in your heart. Let's see the rise of the numbers and the kind of numbers we've seen on the papers and on the news and social media. What are your views?
Yes. Are you scared? Are you not bothered?
Hmm.
Are you concerned? What is your state of mind? Where are you at? So I was getting to what airborne is. So airborne means that it's either in the air or it is carried by air or wind.
Should I say they don't recognize that?
Yeah? So that's what it is.
Yeah, boy, Judy, yeah, boy, they now come to the conclusion after a year and almost a half.
Yes, but the funny thing was, alright, happy early birthday, Kenton.
We just give people early birthdays.
Yeah.
Kento, big up yourself.
Yeah, so just in case we didn't say the next time, we say early birthday.
Early birthday greetings.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? So last year, they were saying that, you know, when person sneeze and the particles drop, and it may remain on surfaces. They talk about how long it remaining on plastic, wood, metal. Remember that?
At what time?
Yes, and then after that was like, they didn't even mention anything
I
like
remember
that.
when we not even was allowed to wear masks. Oh, remember them days?
Yes, when it was not mandatory.
When you can see the person's face and not the eye. Imagine going to a party now, they can hide.
Yes. So everything is masked now. You do not know what somebody
True.
mouth looks like, their nose looks like. You
The
have to-
grill.
Yeah.
It's scatter in the mouth.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You really don't know what's going on beneath. Right?
Can this can I drink, innit? Moving forward.
So, moving forward. So, what are your thoughts on the CDC now actually recognizing that COVID-19 is airborne? Do you think it is really airborne? And do you think that they are using it as a fear tactic?
Well, we had scare tactics. You know? Message board.
So, we see Abby saying that they are making it up as they go.
I find it's a good movie. It keep it there, not guess it.
Right? So 1 minute they are saying it's airborne, next minute it's not airborne, and after a whole year and a half they have concluded that it's airborne because they did some research. Now that's what they said. They did research, and the research was conducted in hospitals, in places where they would have had persons who were infected with the virus in quarantine. So whether it's in the tents, you know, those shelters, wherever it is, they have persons under quarantine. That's where the research was done to determine whether or not COVID-19 is airborne.
Big up Vanessa on the inside, man. Much love. Big up Jason on the inside as well. And if you're now joining us, the topic for today, tonight, whenever you're looking at this,
is airborne. So it's all COVID-19.
and what you guys think about the recent rise in numbers. I find that the way the information was presented was very misleading, and the way in which it was published could have even caused public panic.
It did cause public panic. It definitely did, because a
People
lot
went
of
crazy.
persons, you know, yes, people went crazy. The lines before, you know, it was managed. You didn't have to join long lines. Now we are back again to these long lines just to enter the grocery, right? And we are now seeing the supermarkets. They are now allowing, they are really and truly allowing less persons in the grocery, right? So like, for example, Massey, I don't know, it maybe had about 20 persons shopping at a time. So that means the line outside to get in, it is going to be long. It is going to be patience. You have to have a lot of patience, and you have to know what it is you're going for too, right? So they're saying try to spend less time, send one person, but of course that's not happening because I mean people they're glad to come out. So they take the whole family with them. They take the children, the granny, the nanny, everybody.
Moving forward.
Yes. So moving forward. So what they're saying now, the why COVID-19 is now considered airborne is because the virus is transmitted in the air via the respiratory fluids. So like when we speak, people like to say some people when they talk they pell boulders. So let us say somebody's speaking, they pell boulders,
Yep.
they sneeze, they cough.
But people
That's
running from
how-
people who coughing and things. Right
Yes,
now,
they are.
if you were in a taxi or something and you just song like you ready to sneeze, you're clearing all the whole bus.
So.
It's different. You had to hold it teeth.
Yeah, people looking at your cut eye.
Yeah, you had to hold it teeth.
Cut.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, right now they say that the level of Sahara dust is really high in the atmosphere. So you are going to find.
I remember
people,
back in the days when Sahara dust used to only come a certain time of the year. Not
But now every day.
every day
week.
Sahara dust.
Rain falling.
It's Sahara dust.
Sahara dust. Right? But there are persons who really do have problems with their sinus, they have asthma. You know, sometimes even on the road itself, it's very dusty, right? Even though you're supposed to have less vehicles on the road, right? But for whatever reason, it's real dusty. Dust blowing all in your eye, right? So, as I was saying, the respiratory fluids, even when persons are singing, exercising, and so forth, we get those droplets in the atmosphere. Now, what they are saying, even though it's airborne, right? The bigger droplets, so maybe if somebody pell boulders, it might be safe, right?
The finer ones.
The fine ones are the ones that is the main concern, the finer particles, right? Because what they are saying is that these finer particles, it stays in the atmosphere longer than bigger droplets.
So the bigger droplets fall under gravity. And the
Yes,
finer
so it's like
ones
that.
hover around in the
Yes,
atmosphere.
it's like you know somebody spray perfume or aerosol and it just lingers in the atmosphere. That's what they are saying, these small droplets are like. So it lasts like 5 minutes up to hours within the atmosphere. Yeah? So that's why they are encouraging persons to wear masks at all times. I don't like it, right?
Abby, tell us what is your view on the guessing game that has been played on us for a year and something. To me, every other month is a new event, and you know it's very entertaining for me. You know, I like these kinds of scenarios, good content for myself. But really and truly, what you guys think is really driving the prolongedness and the vaccines? What you believe?
I mean, what do we believe? So what do you all believe, right? Now, what I believe when it is you're actually looking at life, and it all depends on which angle you look at it from, right? So for many, it is affecting them emotionally, financially, socially, because a lot of, cultures, people gather together. And we have passed so many holidays and occasions. Good night, Miss Olafemi. Good night.
She late.
Yes. Right?
You know, Rich.
A lot of people gather.
Olafemi.
Yes. Gather. And so we just had Mother's Day weekend going, right? Last weekend. We also had within this week Eid, right? And these are just some of the things that people gather for. Even we know earlier on would have been Easter, so it had the Good Friday, the Easter Sunday. Persons were not able to gather as they would have liked to. And you know, around this time, it have a lot of weddings as well. For some reason, Easter is a time, summer is a time, Christmas is a time where there are
It's a time when people have enough relaxing, relaxing, so it's a nice time.
They have it always have some family day all these, it always have activities going on.
So if you're now joining the live, the topic for today, tonight, and whenever you're looking at this is
Airborne. So it's all about CDC recognizing that COVID-19 is airborne.
And Olafemi, place in the comment section or send your WhatsApp.
Yes.
You know, Chica will
The
place the number again.
is 34607. Sorry, 87. I'm stuck as I'm saying 030. So I'll say that over. 3468730. So I'll type it again.
Message board.
Alright, so Candice is saying if they playing mind games, tests and trials. So Candice believes that is a set of tests, trials, of course. Well, people going through all different type of trials right now, eh? Hey, Papa, you will Terran type it out. Thank you, Terran.
Big up yourself to road the inside.
Right,
And if you're now joining us, the topic for today is Airborne. And tell us what you think about the new chapter and verse in the whole craziness, the COVID book.
COVID series. That is what we will call it, the COVID series. Right? So, as I was saying, a lot of gathering. So, they restricted that. So, people, that is affecting them tremendously.
Oh, that'll be hot tonight.
Abby, send a voice note now.
I'll be a little hot tonight and all.
Gates of hell.
Oh, my.
And Fuchi is the mafia. Right? Now, I mean, a lot of persons are currently...
Fauci.
Well, I know. I know how to speak Chinese.
I know now, eh?
Yeah.
Thing hot. I'll be a little warm this hour.
I'll be sending voice. Look what that fancy thing is sending.
Heat in the place.
Yes. So, I mean, a lot of persons, they are blaming China. Yeah?
What is well known in politics, and it has been perpetuated for millions of years in this universe, is something called a smear campaign. So when we have when two parties are going against each other for election, parties will use this tool. It is a tool. It's called a smear campaign. So we try to discredit Party X, will try to discredit Party Y. And again, it's just for the public to decide where they would place their credibility. So to say something come from China, you know, it's the interesting thing? Most of everything we use comes from China. China has been one of the best marketed countries in the world. We have forks from China, plastic from China, sneakers from China, hat from China, jersey from China, we fridge from China, the TV, look.
Yes.
So it's very interesting when they had trade embargoes and issues with that country, when the US had the whole trade war. Obviously, if I was to say that the most profitable country in the world that deals with export of goods and services is country A, I would try to discredit country A because we want to get into the market. Yeah? So if I say that country A has this nasty thing coming, we don't want no containers coming from country A because it starts by oil. Yeah? Nothing in this world starts in one place. Trust me. People are involved, and then that goes to show or to insinuate that the virus was made. So if I am a leader, a world leader, and I am saying the virus come from country A because of whatever reason, I am now smearing the image or devaluing the country that exports a lot of things. It have down to our slippers. We get from China, you know, the lights from China, the lights on our street lights that Tiantec does pop come from China. The cars that we go in the bank and pay all the loans for, they come from China. Don't jump up at my soul.
Right.
Big up Royal Rastafari on the inside, man. Much love, respect.
So
And feel free to place in the comment sections what is your view on the new numbers of cases that we seeing coming up. And the virus is now airborne. So we want to hear from you guys what you think on the matter.
yeah, so after they say that, the Brazilian variant has hit Trinidad and Tobago, it has entered, it has traveled, and they also, here's the catch, they said that the Brazilian variant, it spreads faster. There's a higher transmission, right? So, of course, when they say that, now they come out with the airborne. So letting you know here what, because it is airborne and it will transmit faster, travel faster,
Yeah, man,
remain.
big up Royal Rastafari.
Nice.
You know how the thing go?
Yes.
Ice, gold, and green. Yeah? Went on Royal Rastafari live and all too. Nice vibes. So feel free to place your page and your vibration so that people could know where you're about. You know what I mean? And love in the house.
Yes, love.
Right? So the topic for today is
Airborne.
and again, is the less fortunate we see feeling the end of the stick. I can't say the real term online, right? But it's the end of the stick. So with me, I look at my community. I ain't saying the less fortunate, and I realize that for every move the big heads make, the less fortunate pay the price the most.
Yeah.
Right? They close down a little bit. People who have the little hustle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so now what we are seeing are persons, because closed stores are closed down as well. Persons who would have been selling clothes, they are now actually selling fruits. Persons who had a little section, maybe doing photocopies, photos, they have turned it into a parlor. So some people now, let them decide, hey, let us adapt to the situation. It allows some persons to get their creative juices flowing, because now some persons are actually recognizing, I need another stream of income. I need to use what it is I have. I need to do what it is I'm good at, and I need to do what it is I actually enjoy.
It is a wake-up call as well, because I think people saw how companies view them. Some people have invested a lot of years into certain companies, working for a number of years, and this showed us what and how our companies view us. Is either asset or liability. So some people just let go.
Yeah, retrenched.
Right? So the virus is now airborne, so it have more letting go, because where it will go now? And again, I have always said it might sound harsh, but we cannot hide from bacteria.
No, we can't. It's all around
Staying,
us.
seeing the vibration, stay home, stay safe. But how long you can stay home for? You have to go to the grocery, you have to pay your bills,
Yes,
you have to go to the bank, you have to go to...
You need fresh air. I don't think people understand what it means to be like really locked up or be in isolation. People really don't understand what isolation is like. And if it is their experience, they will not want. We know it have some persons who call themselves loners and all these different things. But these sad loners, they still go out at some point. They don't stay in.
Big up Miss Bartholomew on the inside. Chica, any announcements?
Alright, so announcements.
Not all, eh?
No, it's just two. I'm going to give two announcements.
Nice.
One, we are providing baked stuff. We are having our baked treats. So if you want cakes,
Burn team treats on the inside.
muffins, you know, that kind of thing, you can get that.
So we do have the treat side of Burn Team meals operational, based upon, we behaving ourselves. Our good lady Prime Minister has given us instruction, and we are trying to follow it to the best of our ability. So Burn Team Treats is still on the inside.
Yes, and while you're treating itself, to burn, if you find, okay, I overdo with the treats, we have, yes.
So you get them fat to work them out.
Yes, right? If you overdo with the treats, aerobics online is on. So we'll talk more about that later.
So we do have online aerobics with Chica J, so You all know what she does give. You all see the little
Right?
lives and stuff. So
And you all also saw the cakes, the way that everything is made. So Sonali handling the treats, and I handling you all after you all overdo with the treats.
so the overdo.
So don't overdo, but still work out.
Moving
Right.
forward.
Now we have WhatsApp. First WhatsApp on the new number.
What is this?
Night all, Abby from England, and you're watching Real Talk Live.
Uh-huh.
I have been, listening to some stuff, doing a little research,
Papa, you.
and it have some journalists has been doing a little digging, a lot of digging, and what they found out was that these people,
These people.
Fuchi and the gates of hell,
Oh God.
and the rest. Apparently, they have been playing this game like the mafia. That year with the swine flu and the bird flu and all this new flu that happened came out.
Strains and
Apparently,
strains.
they have been selling all these H1N1 vaccine to every country, and because the swine flu and whatever didn't spread like wildfire, now all these countries that bought swine flu vaccine, and they bought by the billions, they're just sitting there. So basically, you know how the mafia just come and ask for protection, money. That is what they're doing. They're frightening the countries and them, saying, oh, it's going to have a pandemic, you all have to pay protection money, or else you're gonna die. And countries wasn't listening, so they released this thingy. I'm just saying, and yeah, they're making money.
Big up Abby from England. So we have England in the house.
Yes.
We have Tobago in the house, Trinidad on the inside, and we chilling, and we are really allowing people to give their view.
Yes.
So feel free to give your view. If you want to do it on the voice note, well.
And that was quite a very, interesting view, right? But I said that if it is, let's say, as Abby saying, the Fuchichi, they are the ones creating the virus, right? The ones that create the virus will be the ones to actually create the best set of vaccines. I don't know. I just saying, if it is, although some people don't know how to clean up after their own mess, but
You
it's
ever
a
noticed?
high.
You ever had a 5-year-old eating cornflakes and milk cool, they high on sugar, and that's run in your joint, no? You see, that is the reality of some situations.
Yeah.
It's logical to say if you made it, you'll have the best cure. When you're dealing with biological organisms and they become aware, they adapt.
Yeah.
And they are now beyond your control. So I think,
That's the situation we're in right now.
even if it came from nature or not, I would always see what I have learned as the universal principle. When nature ready to wipe you out, people will, let me get this thing straight, through millions of years, even history. When nature wanna do a job, nature does clean you up. If nature wanna get rid of a certain population, it don't have nothing we could do to stop nature.
Nothing. And all that happens is survival of the fittest.
So what men try to do is manipulate nature, but nature cannot be controlled.
No, it can't. Because if it's not a man-made virus or disaster, when natural disasters hit, that's it. Yeah.
So if you're now joining us, it is Burn Team Real Talk Live on a Friday night.
Yes.
And the topic at hand is
Airborne. So we are going to delve into Trinidad and Tobago's numbers.
So before we jump into this pool of nothingness, right? Tell us, let us know. You all heard the news, you all saw the newspapers. What is your view on the sudden rise in the cases and the numbers?
Yes.
And what is your view on the matter?
Yes.
While Chika gives us the information.
Right. So I will start with Wednesday, the 12th of May, where they said we had reached our highest caseload. New cases, 615 new cases. Now, that was the headline. 615 persons are now infected with COVID-19. That's all it's in, right? So there's everybody. Where are these numbers coming from? Good night, Miss Ramuta.
Pleasant night. Feel free, Miss Ramuta, to let us know what you think about the rise in numbers, the positive cases that we are seeing perpetuated in our newspaper and social media.
Yes. Right? So that was Wednesday, 12th May 2021. They told us that we have 615 new cases that was reported in the last 24 hours. So
Madness.
how people were behaving, Lion?
I don't know.
People were going crazy.
I don't know, because I ain't going mad with nobody here posting no number and telling me crazy. Listen, we had to reach a stage. We had to reach a stage in our consciousness that if we see something that's a headline, don't take it face value.
No.
Please.
Do not. Because some people, if their heart not good.
Listen to me. You know how fast people sell out today? I am stunned. We have social media, we have internet on our phone, we have tablet, we have laptop. Listen. Companies, media houses, TV stations is capitalizing on the views. Listen, I have not heard in a while the certain news houses selling out. It have no papers. Why? Because the headline reads
615 cases reported in the last 24 hours.
People sell out. Brilliant. You see, we have to understand. My grandmother always say, Shilan, she don't call me lion. Follow the money. Don't get wild. Just follow the money. And we're not doing that. Every time we settle and we start to adapt and we trying to make do and we're not going wild, something comes up. As we said before, it was waves and then a strain and then this new strain and now it here. But you are not seeing this as a build up.
Yes.
We building up all here.
Build up.
We building up to see. On my page have a video. Feel free to take a look at the video, Word on the Street. So all who don't know, Bird Team TV is dealing with Word on the Street. So feel free to jump on board the bandwagon. It is a new drive. And it's looking nice.
Hear the people's views.
Yeah, the person's views.
Yeah.
If you all want to be a part of Word on the Street, after the live, just inbox basic unconventional raw nutrition. If you want to send like your view, Abby, if you want to send a view, we can send it on the WhatsApp. So what we will do, we will allow you all to give us a view via WhatsApp, and it will be installed into the video, the next production or the productions coming up after.
Yes, so all you have to do is send a voice note.
What's your view?
Yes, or a voice recording of your view on WhatsApp.
Right.
Yes, so 615 cases.
We are not tested, big testing center, Abby.
Right, so Abby, what we have some, they are already doing the testing in health centers, and these are not all the health centers across Trinidad and Tobago, right? So like they have Marabella Health Center, Pleasantville Health Center, they skip out, they have Couva Health Center, you know, going up in central locations. Not all of the health centers are being used as test for tests for COVID. Now, because people now, they are hearing of the Brazilian variant and that COVID is now airborne, what people are doing now is going to the private facilities to get it. Now, people say they have no money, I just seen. Some people say they have no money.
Oh, yeah, no money and all the grocery food.
But they find the money to go and drive through and get the swab, get the test done in a drive-through, right? And I'm hearing this is like 1,650, some 2,000 and
people,
all these things.
listen, companies, pharmaceuticals, they are capitalizing on the situation.
Yes, they are.
You telling me 1,500 to swab in a drive-through by a drugstore? Or let me get this thing serious now. As my grandmother say, follow the money. Message board.
Right. So we have Sonali saying, why people within society does behave as if this is strange? As supposed intelligent beings, we should notice a pattern. And first and foremost, these numbers are not even close to being accurate.
Now the numbers in itself is not even the issue with me, Is that it was made to seem as though this happened in just 24 hours.
Right?
And this is the problem we have. And we as people, we ain't redefine print. You guys redefine print. I just don't care. So if tomorrow they say, boy,
1,000.
5,000. All right, it go on in this says, I'd cover this says. I am not digging. Because this is a year and something we into this thing. This is not the first month.
Yeah.
Right? So, again, Chika will give you the information.
Right.
Or the true numbers and this thing.
Still, we wouldn't have the true numbers, right? Because after the 12th, we had our highest number of reported cases. On the 13th of May, it went down. So, we got 397 cases that were reported on the 13th of May, which was yesterday.
Private drive-through, 1,500 to swab. Hell no.
Now, let's give so today at 4 p.m., the Ministry of Health is giving updates. Today at 4 p.m., they posted that we have 565 cases. Now, Lion spoke about that I redefined Prince at the bottom. So I'm saying, how in the world can we have 615 cases in 24 hours? So,
define print. Now, people, next time, so we priming now, we giving all the valuable information. We priming up for this thing now. Listen, the headline was in bold caps.
Yes.
Right? So that is what it read, 24 hours X amount. But down in the little print where you can't even see, you have to get your spectacles or your reading glasses.
Yeah.
This is what it said underneath in fine print.
In fine print. The number of cases reported reflects the samples taken during the period 7th of May to the 11th of May 2021 and not the last 24 hours.
So think about the madness. You put in the headline, what was the number?
615.
600 and how much? 15 in 24 hours. And in the fine print with nobody ain't reading, where you can't see the print so small, we have to go and zoom in to see. What they said?
These samples were taken the 7th to
this is not
11th.
so it is misinformation, and this should show us who we really trusted it.
Yeah.
Right? You start off the headline with 600 and something in 24 hours, and then in the fine print so that you wouldn't get sued for when you mislead news, we could turn around and sue you, right? What we don't understand as citizens of this country I ain't getting hot tonight. What we don't understand is that if a media house publishes misinformation, we could sue them for publishing misinformation and causing public panic. So the lawyers and them go let them know when you're doing this headline, make sure in the finest print you could find in the printing press, the finest print you could cause the typist to find, and then shrink it down, and then put the real information that was.
Yes.
It was collected over time.
Exactly.
But the big heading in bold block letters was 600 and something cases in one day. People, moving forward, I ain't going with that. Big up yourself, Andy Miller. Long time I see you, my brother. Much love and tenderness.
Yes, hope all is well.
Yeah, man, hope you're staying safe, but we done safe. Right? Nice. Moving forward.
Yes, so people, now some persons, everybody has their different views on what numbers mean to them, right? So what, some persons are saying who were actually, they were the ones to have first-hand experience of someone being infected with COVID, someone being in the ICU, someone recovering and then dying. Some persons have lost more than one family member to this COVID-19 virus.
So the next number up for bat is the officers.
Yes. So we'll go to the comment section, right?
Comment section really heavy at heart.
Right. So Andy's saying lies and more lies.
Boy, it's not lies, let me tell you why. Because the headline is, remember, what people don't understand with media is that once they put a headline,
yes,
it does not reveal the full gist of the story.
Yes.
It's like I write a book and I get a real nice catchy cover.
And when you open it, so
I realize, wait now, this is really what it is.
no.
So again, I was told papers sell out today.
Yeah.
You see that headline selling real deep.
Yesterday, holiday, rain, sun or shine.
You imagine in
People.
Eid, paper sell out.
Yeah.
Eid,
People,
paper sell out.
of the people, and for whatever reason, people like to buy the papers with all this heavy news. You already seen it on social media. You're going to buy papers to read this, so you can say, hey, look, this one. So the numbers, as I was saying, it affects everybody in different ways.
Yeah, affecting me.
Right?
Let me hear the numbers of the police.
Alright, I was going to the count. So Sonali is saying, yes, we are broke, but we have money for our burials, for blood work, testings, MRIs.
Who say we broke?
And sort of have
Trinidad
money
is
for
always
our
broken, yes.
bills. So we have no money.
Trinidad is always broken.
And they're holding a little private zest.
Right through.
No money.
Whole COVID, a year is zesting. Right, move forward.
Right. So I had to write down the numbers because I don't want to have the numbers
with
right.
the next headline on board.
So we have now what they call our frontline workers.
Papa yo.
Right, so we're dealing with the officers tonight. We are not dealing with the nurses. And we like to extend, warm wishes to the nurses. This week was International Nurses Week. So you'll keep up the work, hold the fort. That is not for everybody to do, right? Nursing, well, everybody looks at, some people do it as a job and some people see it as a vocation. But nonetheless, the TTPS,
Let me get this.
Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. So now we have...
All views expressed on basic and conventional literature is just fun and free will and is not meant to incite any violence or cause any public dismay.
Yeah. Now...
In case they want to come at the Rasta now.
Currently, we have 726 employees of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service in quarantine.
Well, the headline didn't sound like that. The headline was a little more beefy, but go ahead.
Yes, they also said out of these employees, it includes 705 officers. right? So you know it have the clerks and these things. But 705 of Trinidad and Tobago Police Service employees are in quarantine.
So let us know your views. Imagine, can we know, I'm asking, can we trust the media to give us the right information now? Can we place our trust in the media houses to hold up to the oath of bringing information to the public?
That is true, relevant. I have to say relevant because sometimes the thing that you see these media houses posting,
To me, when
the people really upset saying, but how this become news? How this make news?
anyway, to me, that headline was baiting. You know, it's something called clickbait. That was baiting people to purchase. In my view,
Yeah.
just like it have clickbait when you're doing a thumbnail.
Yes.
You go to watch a movie on YouTube and it say a big movie and then it's somebody else's movie. That is what it is.
Yeah.
Right?
Famous.
It is just to draw you in, you make your purchase. Right? And then in the fine print below, it contradicts the headline.
Yeah. So imagine so many persons are in quarantine. Now out of these, so they say in quarantine, many people here in quarantine, nobody is studying. The person may not have received their results from their test, so you're not sure if they are positive or if it is they are negative.
And they were drinking it.
Right? So that's one. So let's talk about the positive. So out of these, this whole 726.
Yeah, boy. All here.
On 100, now some people might say only, some people might say, oh, that's still plenty, right? But 119 of the employees were tested positive for COVID-19. So it's not even half of. So all these others are in quarantine, but it's 119 employees that are actually COVID-19 positive.
So what can we do in light of what we are seeing playing out before our eyes? We are in history. You know, the children will speak of these days and we would be able to say that we were in it.
Yeah.
History in the making as we sit and discuss what are some of the things we can do, because we cannot affect the things we can't control. The leaders will do what they think is best and in the interest of those who they think deserve it. So what are we to do
That's one of the ingredients inside
based
the bottle.
upon what we are seeing?
Yeah.
So before we might have been leaning on, you know, good journalism, and there are good journalists out there. We're not bashing all media houses, but certain things we know are used to make a dollar. We know, and Granny tell me, follow the money. And time has proven how wise. So, what should we do in the age of viruses? Again, I would say it once and I'll say it again. The last.
No, it's not seamless.
I don't think anybody can guess all the ingredients in this bottle. Anybody guess it, they're supposed to get a Smexy earring. Big up Smexy.
Yes.
We have earrings from Smexy. And if you guess what's in that bottle, everything, there are some ingredients, you all will get a Smexy earring free. Start a guess. Right. So in the age of viruses, we know that our immune system is the defense of us. We know that vaccines are there and countries are ordering it and they are bringing it in, regardless of what our singularity. We are a singularity, but individually we would have our own decisions to make in the coming months. But the vaccine should be one of that thought because it is coming into play.
Yeah.
Yeah? It's coming into play.
Because next week, people, we are going to receive the shipment of the Sinopharm.
So again, after the live, we have a video and we showed what they said Sinopharm was and what it entails. And again, people, Irregardless of which one, the 6, right? Irregardless of
Yeah.
which one that comes to your shores, whether it be England, Trinidad, whether it be New York, they're gonna find a way for you to take it.
Yeah.
Anyhow, they're gonna tell you your child can't go to school. We had a discussion, Andy, we had a discussion on the video. So after the live, go into the video and you'll see the comments, the thread, and you could discuss and say what you think, because we have a discussion going on in that video. Big up word on the street. What are we to do? It is what I have been preaching long before COVID. Andy could attest to this. I have been saying it for many millennia and I'll still say it after this. If they want to get to you, they could put it in the Coca-Cola. We just drink lots of that. If they want to get it in here, all the rum we just be drinking for the whole of the carnival, all the beers.
And all the people who had lined up by KFC before
The
the lockdown.
KFC, the Burger King, all of that. They need to make no vaccine to get anything in here. Right? But in reality, there are situations that people are reporting. We don't have the information. Some people developing blood clots. So they say. We don't have the facts. We don't have the MSDS sheets. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going on. Right? But with every vaccination, there are side effects. People have died from flu shots. People have died from measles shots. People have died from chickenpox shots. Right? We can only prepare this for what is coming our way. Right? They could fly over the country with a plane and sprinkle wherever. They don't need to literally get it to sit down. They don't need to ship a whole vaccine and pay money. They don't need to then employ people now to distribute. And this thing that had to be in a fridge, they're not going to waste money. One thing I can show about countries is that they want the money go where they want it to go. And it's not for the people who are in need. Message board.
Right. Well, we see Sonali said she's guessing for fun. Right? She even adding some ingredients today.
Ah!
Yeah.
Ah! Ah! Interesting. So Dali come the closest.
Yeah.
So Dali come the closest. You know, because you know my dad, so you can't really guess. You understand? Yeah, so again, Chica, what is what you would give? I know some people are angry. Right? I know some people may be angry and want to show, have peaceful protests. I've always said, if you are a group of people, it have peaceful protests, but it is not made mandatory. So you see, you don't have grounds for peaceful protests unless your rights are violated. So people need to understand that peaceful protest is in your rights, but it's only when your rights are violated. Hence why they are not saying mandatory. They are saying choice. You could choose to. Nobody is saying you have to. Nobody is saying.
Yeah, at least not right now. Because as we know, when you have to, when you enter in certain jobs, there are certain requirements and qualifications that you need to meet. And unfortunately, you can't get the job if you don't have the qualifications or the requirements that is needed for the job. If you want to leave the country, a lot of people, they go and get all their jobs because they want to
leave.
They want to leave. They want to do certain things. They want to engage in certain activities. So, I mean, now
when we had to come England, when we need to come England,
we got to take the shot.
When we had to run out there, because we coming at all here. Careful.
So, I mean, before, when we chickenpox, measles, rubella, all those things, I mean, we took them, didn't we? In schools, they administer them. Now, recently, as Abby mentioned, the H1N1 vaccine. Now, I have not taken it. I mean, it didn't spread. It wasn't that big. Yes, some persons were infected. Yes, it is really sitting on the shelves because it didn't spread as they may have thought it would have in order to make the money. So a lot of things are done, money making business, that is what it is, right? But this now, COVID-19 has been let's say, what's
The virus of the century.
Successful.
I would call it the virus of the century.
Yeah.
It has, changed the way we live, literally, the whole
Yes.
world. So it's interesting to see, and I'm there to look on and see more bacchanal and be right here to make sure.
Yes, so we have had persons, we have our fellow citizens, I have the number here, who have received they are fully, how do they say, fully
Free.
fully. No, they still have to wear their mask.
Fully
because,
vaccinated. We have the numbers of our fully. Big up, Kate on the inside. Much love. The topic for tonight is
Airborne.
tell us what you think about COVID-19 becoming airborne, and what are your views on the number of cases that were perpetuated in our media of late, the rise.
Yes.
Feel free.
So, we have 1,179 persons in Trinidad and Tobago who have been fully
Redeemed.
vaccinated.
It come
But
like you're
have
going
to
to be
still wear the
redeemed.
mask,
They're
right?
like you're redeemed or you're fully vaccinated. And they post it
until
up.
you could take that mask off and walk
You
and
know we
run
can
and
we
flip,
can take the mask off and walk around and flip still, eh?
but you will just get charged with $1,000.
Yeah.
Right? And we have 60,669 persons who they got their first dose and is awaiting their
60,000 Trinidadians have already gotten the first dose and waiting the second one.
Yeah,
So a
imagine
lot
that.
of us saying we're not taking it, but they're going quietly and take it. A lot of us coming on social media and saying we're taking a vaccine,
Yeah.
and then they're going quietly and take it. 60,000, that's plenty.
Plenty. So while we have, and of course they're gonna highlight the ones who say that they're not gonna take the vaccine,
Yeah.
right? They're not gonna say people are actually, they are willing, they trying
come
to
and take it,
protect
innit?
themselves. I mean, they went on, they didn't fuss it. I mean, some persons may have gone because of fear. Some persons went because they were thinking that they don't want their children.
And they like the music, much love, man. Big up Miss Shamil on the inside.
Much love.
Yeah.
Good night.
Pleasant,
Yes,
pleasant.
So some persons are thinking about their children or a family member who has an autoimmune disease or who has cancer. So they trying to see if they could seek whatever protection they can before it gets to them. So that everybody has their views, their opinions, their beliefs. Everyone.
Message board.
Yes, and yes, we are aware that the vaccine does not prevent you from contracting or spreading the virus. What they say the vaccine will do, however, is let us say be acquainted, this is what you have to fight against. It's foreign, and your body will build up an immunity towards it. So if it comes and you get the COVID-19, you become positive, you may be able to fight it off faster, as the saying may go.
So people, any more information for the people now?
Oh, we have a voice note.
Eh?
And I'm singing.
Yeah, voice note time.
Night all, Abby here, and you're watching Veil Talk Live. Apparently, I've heard today that there was a doctor from over here who had his jib jab juice, and he went to India to probably aid or whatever, and due to his strong feelings about his jib jab juice, he went freely with no mask, no nothing, so they say, and went to investigate, poke his nose, do whatever he had to do, and he came back
Right.
and spread this Indian variant
What have I
to the UK.
Yeah, UK to the
Apparently
UK, yeah,
some
yeah,
different towns and
Lord.
places they're thinking about locking down due to this new Indian strain. And the same doctor
Fed up on the streets.
died. So
Fed up on the
what
streets.
kind of have me thinking is he's a doctor. He got his jib jab juice,
He jib
and he
jab
still
juice.
died with this COVID crap. So I don't know what it is to think.
So as I said before, big up all the new people who have passed through the live. Big up Debbie, Algina on the inside as well. And Interestingly enough, the topic for at hand is the rise in the cases, the numbers, and COVID-19 becoming airborne. And Abby with this jib jab juice. That was Abby from England.
Yeah.
Much love on the inside on the WhatsApp scenario. So people, as we said before, and we'll say it again, your immune system is your best bet in the age of viruses.
Yeah.
Try your utmost best to strengthen your immune system so that you'll be able to ward off if it came from men, China, the Amazon, the Indian strain, the Brazilian strain, or the vaccine, because you have all these things to contend with. You want your immune system to be at a place where you could stand against the storm.
Yes.
So it is your boy Lion.
And a girl trick-or-treat.
Well, remember, stay hungry, my friends.
Stay strong.
We go.